Is Coastal Carolina the best team in the group of five? Is Cincinnati the best team in the group of five? Why isn't there a top 25 on YouTube for just the group of five? Well, here I am. This is your boy, Knowledgeable Soul, and I am giving you the first group of five, top 25. This is for week 5, though, okay? And we're going to try to make this weekly, all right? So y'all give me some feedback. If you like it, I'll do more. If not, then I won't. But here we go. All right, so I'm going to start off by giving you numbers 40 through 31 in my eyes in the group of 5. So 40, we got Navy. They just won their first game of the season. It was a conference game, and it was against the University of Central Florida. Everyone thinks the University of Central Florida is like a top 5 school in the group of 5 if you really look at how things are broken down. But hey, maybe they aren't. Maybe without Dillon Gabriel, they are nothing. So here we go. Then you can see the rest of the 40. The only one that may surprise you that's still in here is Bowling Green and Central Michigan. I think that both of them last week, whenever I first thought of doing this and I had them ranked, they were ranked higher. And I didn't want to drop them out of the 40 because I think they could still turn it around, especially with them both being in the MAC. And I think the MAC is a solid middle of the pack group of 5 conference. So they get to stay at 31 and 32. But these first 5 out might surprise you. So let's get into it. So at 30, we have the University of Louisiana at Monroe. 29, we've got Hawaii. At 28, we have New Mexico. And then 27, this was a little bit of a surprise to me. Honestly, it's Temple. Being an American Conference fan as a whole, I really did not think Temple would have this record at this point in the season. So hey, give it up to them. They're 1-0 in conference, so they are a high riser. They could be in the top 25 with the other conference win this week, and they might be on their way to a bowl game at 4-2 next week. And then we have Eastern Michigan sitting here at 26. They're kind of one of those teams that I'm kind of on the edge about. I think they're not top 25 quality just because I don't think that they're going to keep winning. I think that they're going to start losing pretty soon, so hey, we never know. But those are the first 5 out. Hey, this first 10 might surprise you a little bit. All right, so now we've got 25 through 16. At 25, we have Memphis. Yes, Memphis and Boise State have slid, okay? Memphis started out strong, but now that they have 2 straight losses, they may not be a top team in the American Conference anymore. So Boise State also only having 2 wins on the season, not looking good for them. But then we have at 23, Northern Illinois University. At 22, San Jose State. 21, Utah State. 20 is UCF. UCF and East Carolina, who is now at number 18 in the group of 5, face off this Saturday. And that's going to really determine kind of the future of maybe both programs, to be honest with you. But we have FAU sitting there at 19. Then we have Nevada at 17 and Fresno State, who dropped their first game in conference, which to me was a little bit surprising, seeing as how they were doing pretty good in non-conference. And, you know, it is what it is. But Fresno State, if they keep losing, may drop out of the top 25. I mean, if they go 0-2 in conference to start out, it's going to be hard to put them in the top 25 next week. And then we have 15 through 6. At 15, we have Charlotte. Now, to be completely honest with you, I had Charlotte like number 5 or number 7 last week, something like that. They dropped. UAB is one of those teams that I think is going to be much better than what their record shows right now. Western Michigan, I have them at 13 because, hey, Western Michigan, UTEP, South Alabama, Air Force, Raging Cajuns, you know, they're all one-loss teams. And these are really the only one-loss teams in Houston and Appalachian State. So the only undefeated team that's not in the top 5, though, is Wyoming. And I think this is, in my opinion, they've only played 4 games, so they missed out on at least 1 week at the beginning of the season. That usually wears down teams, you know, having this 5, 6, 7 game opening streak of games. But with them having that off week and then they're going into conference play, I'm not sure if this undefeated record is going to hold up. So got them at number 8. But then you see Appalachian State is at 6 and Houston's at 7. Both teams can work their way back up, but they have to start winning conference games. They have to win big time, and these teams that are in the top 5 have to start losing. And at number 5, we have the still undefeated University of Texas San Antonio Roadrunners. Okay, UTSA has surprised me so far this season, and I don't mind putting them in the top 5 right now. They are kind of proving that they belong in, some of the upper echelon talks for this season in the group of 5. How long will that last? I don't know. We're getting into conference play. They may slip. But let's go ahead and get to number 4. This is Coastal Carolina. Some people may be questioning Coastal Carolina at 4. Okay, so who's number 3, number 2? I mean, number 1 might be, but Coastal Carolina seems to be the team to beat kind of in the Sun Belt. But hey, I'm not so sure about that. So we're going to just keep on watching Coastal Carolina. They are number 4, which I think they are going to be one of those teams that kind of vies for a New Year's 6 bowl game just in case Cincinnati makes it into the playoffs or whatever. But I don't know. I'm just not sure that they're in the top 2 quite yet. But we have a number 3 team in SMU. And SMU has been proving me to be a liar as to anything that I would have said preseason about their team. SMU is actually doing very well, and SMU is undefeated. So why not keep them at this level? So last week I had SMU number 4 and Coastal Carolina number 3, but this week I switched them just because I think that going into conference play, SMU has a better chance of staying up here in the top 5 than Coastal Carolina, because Coastal Carolina can slip much more easily in the Sun Belt than SMU might. And then here we are at number 2, San Diego State University. I think San Diego State might honestly be the number 2 team in the group of 5. Now, a lot of people could be saying, what about Coastal Carolina? What about SMU? Why don't you bump him up? But I just think that San Diego State has the better chance of being the number 1 school in the Mountain West, and the Mountain West being the number 2 conference overall in the group of 5 this year. But hey, any other conference might surprise me. Any other conference might, make me eat my words, but that's just where I have it at right now. San Diego State is, a potential addition to the Big 12, a potential addition to the Pac-12. It could go any kind of way for San Diego State, and honestly, if they just keep riding this wave of positivity, they could end up being a Power 5 school pretty soon. So that's why they're at number 2. And at number 1, you have Cincinnati. Cincinnati is currently the unmistakable number 1 team in the group of 5 after going into Notre Dame and beating them decently. Okay. What more do I really need to say about this? I mean, Cincinnati has not fallen yet. They are, kind of rolling. They're going to go in a conference play with a chip on their shoulder, and I am not looking forward to it as a group of 5 fan. But also, they're not going to be group of 5 for long, so I hope they would be one of the better teams. UCF. But here we go. So that's my top 25, and here goes a little chart for you guys to see. These are the relevant teams for now. That top 5 is kind of like that upper echelon. Again, as I said, then 6 through 15 is kind of grouped together. Appalachian State versus Charlotte would be an amazing game. Conference USA versus Sun Belt type game. That'd be an amazing thing. You guys can see the changes as well from what I had written down last week. Again, I was going to make a video. Time was not my friend. Too many assignments. And then you have the people that are barely relevant and basically, ready to fall off a cliff. So, hey, teams 31 through 40, keep winning if you can. And you might be in the top 25. And as always, I want to thank you for tuning into this video. If you aren't subscribed, which most of you aren't, please just go ahead and give it a little subscription. That shows me that you want more content, okay? And you'll get more if you just subscribe. And then also you can watch any of the videos that are right here. These are the ones that YouTube suggests, and probably my latest one. All right, so tap in. This is Group of 5 Love here, and let's roll.